While we are exploring the lamp metaphor, sometimes everything shows up as a, there's you shine the lamp and there are so many different things that sparkle in front of people just because the lamp has shown different opportunities. Now, how have you helped shine the torch on what truly matters to the leaders you coach, Fiona?
Yes, yes. Um, so one of the things that I take a lot of pride in as a coach is my ability to meet I mean, most of us do, I must say, but I would just speak for myself, is to meet the client or the coachee where they are, right? And then start the journey from there. And my journey with them is a lot about empowering them. I truly come from that concept of it. As coaches, of course, we learn the importance of listening and pauses and all of that. And but putting it into effect and seeing the transformation, because as I put it, within that empowering space, right? I'm giving you the time, the pause, and seeing you transform is just so beautiful. I recently had this coachee who came to me at a chemistry session and said, Fiona, I'd like to have a coach who doesn't speak very much and who listens. And I said, yeah, beautiful. That's what we do as well. Whatever be the reasons behind. And so when we started the first conversation, she came, but I realized very soon that she doesn't speak either. She was very quiet. And so I'm obviously, as a coach, I need to, I'm giving her the space and I'm giving her the pauses. I'm also cognizant at the back of her mind that she said she doesn't want coaches to speak. So I'm in this dilemma myself, like, how much should I be allowing and where should I be intervening? Because there are long pauses, and of course these are long-term coaching assignments, right? They're not one thing. So I let the first week go. I did not bring it up. I let the second session go. It was getting slightly better, but still the pauses were very long. And by the third session, Shripya, you'd be so surprised how the individual opened up and started to speak, and the depth of the feelings that she was going through. And then we had this open conversation about what it took for her to get there. And she told me, she said, Fiona, I'm so thankful that you didn't speak. Even though I was sitting there for maybe 5 7 minutes, we both sat in silence. And in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, am I adding value to her? What is happening? We are also going through those things as a coach. And she said, thank you for not speaking, because all that time I did was just think, but think in a safe space. So, to me, that shining that torch has very different ways. For some coaches, you could be reflecting what you're hearing them say and so on and so forth. But for this one in particular, for me, my deep realization and really gratitude to her for coming back and giving me that feedback was my torch was keeping quiet and letting her be in the way she wanted to be.
Absolutely. I'm reminded of this phrase when I became a coach very early on to say it's not about you and your greatness. It's about the other and your, I mean, so it's always about the other person and their greatness, right? In a way, getting them to shine. And keeping, I mean, and that's a tough thing. All of us want to be the light and want to kind of be there and be heard, be seen, and all. It's a very human nature, unless for a few people who are not wanting that. But a lot of us when we want to speak up, we said, oh, and especially as women, we said speak up, and we have cultivated that habit. Although from a cultural standpoint I may be very silent, but then you have got your experience and you want to speak up. And now when you get into coaching, it's always about learning where to allow the other person, right, to shine. It's the difference between the king and the kingmaker kind of a thing.
Absolutely.